Hey, Milan High School students. My name is Eric Stanton Betts. I'm a former Milan High School graduate, class of 2008. I'm thrilled to say that my love for music began back in Mrs. Powell's choir class when I was just a little kid, in middle school even, I think 12 years old, 7th grade. And it continued all the way through high school, through college. I was in all of the musicals at Milan High, and I always snuck away at the end of the day with my music from the show, and I said, Mrs. Powell, I need to learn this part of the song. Can you please help me? And she always sat down and took the time to teach me just a little bit more in depth than I might have learned in my rehearsal that day or the day before. And she helped me, really find my voice. I have her listed on my resume as a professional musical theater actor. I have her listed as my classical voice instructor. I mean, I haven't, sung with her in years, but I have that training. It's the foundation of all my musical skill. So I've done quite a few different jobs in the industry since I graduated high school over 10 years ago. And I think my biggest accomplishment to date was the Broadway national tour of Kinky Boots, the musical. I played one of the angels. We toured through Detroit back in 2017, so if you maybe saw the show, then you got to see me on stage as well. Mrs. Powell came through and saw me with many different teachers that I had all through my Milan high school and middle school years. I've done a lot of different regional theater as well. I live in Los Angeles now, and I perform at least 2 shows a year. Sometimes you have a really, really exciting creative year, and sometimes you have a year that's more about yourself and building your skill and your craft and honing it in. And I always turn back to music. Whether I'm singing in the house, listening to music, dancing, music's just been one of the most important parts of my life. And I couldn't have asked for a better person to introduce music to my life, like Mrs. Powell. I think back on my days in the choir, and I remember going to the choral festivals. I think we got a 1. We got the blue ribbon of choir. We got the blue ribbon of singing. It's because of her that I can, sight read music at all. And that really helps me when I'm auditioning for things, especially musicals, because so often you'll be in the room, you might have prepared one song for one character, and then they get in there and they see that they think you might be better for the next character. So they're like, hey, go back out, can you learn this? And come back in a few minutes. And you say yes, because you want the opportunity and you want to show that you can handle the challenge. And Mrs. Powell showed us how to do that. She showed us how to work hard and how to set the bar high for ourselves. And I think that's driven me and helped me every day in my career. So I'm just wishing you all well. I hope you make it through the COVID-19 crisis. As a teenager, I could not imagine being cooped up in my house each and every day during this quarantine. I know I'd be missing my friends. I'd be missing school. As much as you hate school sometimes, I bet you want to be there more than anything right now. And I'm going to send a couple links to Mrs. Powell for you to check out if you want to see a little bit of the stuff that I mentioned before, some of the performance that I've done and the music that I've been able to bring into the world myself. And congratulations to the class of 2020. You did it. Whether you get to gather with all your friends and family in that gymnasium or not, you did it.
Okay. What is this thing I'm feeling? Bubbling up inside me, lifting me toward the ceiling. Dorothy, 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 Dorothy. What is this thing? makes me toss in my bed. I am.
Oh, so good! It was so good! It was so